So in just under 10 minutes, I will show you how to shoot and edit stunning portraits from lighting to final retouching. Okay, let's do this.
Baby, I don't mind you calling. I'm still awake in my bed. Say the things you shouldn't be saying. I don't want you to.
So you can use any camera that you have, but if you're interested in the one I'm using, I'm shooting with the Sony a7 III paired with the Sony 85mm f1.4G Master. So I'll put the links to where you can find or get everything mentioned in this video in the video description below. So behind here, I have the AD200 in a 7-inch reflector. So this is going to light my backdrop. So the reason why I've added the 7-inch standard reflector here, I don't want my backdrop to be pure white. I want it to have a gradient look. Like on top, I want it to be gray. In the middle, I want it to be pure white. I have another AD200 in a big strip box as my rim light. I've attached a grid because I don't want light spilling all over the place. I want it only on the left side of my model. On top here, I have the AD600 in a 34-inch softbox as my main light. So down here, I have a 5-in-1 reflector to bounce back the light and filling the shadows under my model's chin. And this reflector is going to give me a nice catch light in my model's eyes. You see this when I start taking photos. So now I'm going to set my camera so that when I take a photo without any lights, the image is completely dark. So I'm going to set my shutter speed at 1/250. My ISO, I'm going to set it at 400. My aperture, I'm going to set it at f7.1. My white balance, I'm going to set it at 5000 kelvins. So with these settings, I'm going to take a photo without any light and the photo should be completely dark. So now I'm going to take a photo with the background light, and the power output for this light is set to 1/64. Next, I'm going to take a photo with the rim light. The power output for this light is set to 1/128. Then I'm going to take a photo with my main light, and the power output for my main light is set to 1/16. So now that you've seen what each light is doing, I'm going to turn on all the lights and take a few photos.
Let me go. I told you I'm not yours anymore. No, I'm not yours. So why you trying to hold on when I'm not there for you? Wanna take a different lane, wanna play my own game, and I don't need you here. So won't you let me go? Wanna take this ball and chain that you have put on me and throw it out the window. I think that you should let go, cause you know this is not meant to be. Let go.
So I edited these photos with my Beauty Retouching Actions pack and color graded with my skin tone gradient pack. I'll put the links to where you can get my actions and my gradients in the video description below.
You are not right for me, so let go. So let me go. So let me go. You are not right for me, so let go. Let me go, go. Let me go, go. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go, go. Let me go, go. Let me go. Let me go, go. Let me go, go, go. Don't call me. I don't wanna talk to you. I'm better off not talking to you. But why you trying to hold on?
Nice.
To hold on. To hold on. Wanna take a different lane. Wanna play my own game. And I don't need you here. So won't you let me go? Wanna take this ball and chain that you have put on me and throw it out the window. I think that you.
So let's edit this photo. So to retouch this photo under 4 minutes, I'm going to use my Beauty Retouching Actions pack. I'll put the link to download these actions in the video description below. This pack also comes with a mini course that shows you how to load the actions in Photoshop and how each action works. So let's proceed. So to open my action panel, I'm going to go to Window here and then select Actions here. My action panel is going to pop up here. So I'm going to go to my Beauty Retouching Actions pack, and then I'm going to select Auto Skin Retouch Headshot. Just going to left click on it like this. We have our folder here. Everything is set for me. The only thing that I'm going to do, I'm just going to go on top here and reduce the flow to 20% here. And then I'm going to make my brush a little bit bigger using the brackets on the keyboard like this. Let me just zoom in a little bit and then brush on the skin to smooth it out and remove blemishes at the same time. So if you've learned something from this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe and smash that bell icon so that when I put up my next video, you will be notified. Want to zoom out, Control or Command 0 on the keyboard. So this is the before, this is the after, this is the before, this is the after. How cool is this? No frequency separation here. So after doing this, you can see that I've lost some highlights on my model's skin. So I'm going to use the face pop action to bring back some highlights. So I'm going to go back to my Beauty Retouching Actions pack here, and then I'm going to select the face pop action here. So this is the before, this is the after, this is the before, this is the after. If the effect is too much, you can always reduce the opacity here, but I'm just going to leave it at 100%. So from here, I'm just going to go back to my actions. I'm going to select the eyebrows, darken here. I'm just going to left click on it. Everything is already set and selected for me. The only thing that I'm going to do, I'm just going to go up here on the floor here. I'm going to take it back to 100%. I'm going to make my brush a little bit smaller using the brackets on the keyboard and paint back the eyebrows here. If the effect is too much, I can always reduce the opacity here to maybe 90%. So this is the before, this is the after. I'm going to go back to my actions, then I'm going to select the eyeshadow pop here. Everything is already set for me. The only thing that I'm going to do is just to paint the eyeshadow here. This is the before, this is the after. If the effect is too much, you can always reduce the opacity here. So from here, I'm just going to go back to my Beauty Retouching Actions pack, and then I'm going to select the lipstick color action here. I'm going to go on my layers here. I'm going to open this folder. Then I'm going to enable this layer here. I'm going to close this folder. The layer mask is already selected for me here. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. Control or Command plus on the keyboard. I'm just going to paint my model's lips like this. Let me just zoom out. So this is the before, this is the after. If you do not like this lipstick, you can just go on the layers here and open the lipstick folder and then disable this layer here and select this. If you don't want to use these colors, you can just enable any layer here by clicking on this icon here and double click on this layer here. From here, you can select any lipstick color here, or you can just sample the lipstick color from your image. I think this one is okay, and then just click OK here. Let me just close this folder. If the effect is too much, you can always reduce the opacity here. So this is the before, this is the after, this is the before, this is the after. So from here, I'm going to go back to my actions here. I'm going to go down here. From my Retouching Actions pack, I'm going to select the Teeth and Eye Whitening action here. Everything is already set for me. I'm going to zoom in and paint here to make the eyes whiter. And then I'm going to zoom out. This is the before, all the adjustments. This is the after. This is the before. This is the after. So from here, I'm just going to color grade this photo. And I'm going to use my skin tone gradient pack. So I'm just going to go on the color grade action here. And then I'm just going to left click on my skin tone gradient pack here. I'm just going to left click on the gradient here. And then I'm just going to go down here and open my skin tone gradient pack folder here. I'm just going to go through the color grades here and see which one works for this image. I like this one. I like this one. I think this gradient is somewhere near my model's skin tone. If I change my mind, I can just go back and change the color grade. Let me just click OK here. And then I'm going to click OK here. You can see the effect is all over the place. We just want it on our model's skin tone. Make sure the layer mask here is selected. I'm just going to hold Control or Command and then press I on the keyboard to invert the layer mask. So since now the layer mask here is black, I'm going to set my foreground color here to white by clicking on this icon to switch between white or black foreground color, or by clicking on this icon to just reset everything here. From here, I'm just going to paint where I want the effect to be. This is the before, this is the after. So if the effect is too much, I can just reduce the opacity here to maybe 70%. This is the before, this is the after. And this is the before, all the adjustments. This is the after, this is the before, this is the after. How cool is this? So no frequency separation, no dodge and burn, no AI tools. This is the simplest and the easiest way to retouch your photos in Photoshop. If you want to retouch fast and level up your retouching skills, you should check out my Beauty Retouching Actions pack. The links will be in the description below. And if you want to learn the best way to color grade your photos, you should check this video here.